Hello and welcome to the Sun Times Online Desi Martini. My name is Sandeep, and today we've got the ghostly duo, Sanaya Irani and Shivam Bhargava for the film Ghost. Hello to the two of you.
Hi, Sandeep. Where are you from? You have like this accent.
Really, I do.
Yeah, what is this accent? Is it just for the interview?
No, this is the way I talk in English.
Lovely, Sandeep. It was lovely meeting you.
It was lovely meeting you too. Sanaya, I'll begin with you. Your stint on television is quite appreciated, and people love you for the way you are and the way you look and everything for that matter.
It's compliments galore.
All right, okay. Now you're transitioning from television to the films. How does it feel first? And second, what all apprehensions did you have, if you have any?
So I have said this before. I'm going to say it again. Transitioning was not a conscious decision.
Mm-hmm.
I was just following the kind of work that I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very happy when I was doing television, and I was doing some really good work and work,
absolutely.
And work that resonated with people, work that I really liked so much, and it happened to resonate with people. But I did television for 10 years and it changed. 10 years is a long time, and I saw television changing. And I think I came to a point where I was like, I was not liking the work that was being offered to me. And I didn't just want to do it for the sake of, making money or having a name or whatever. So I kind of took like not a conscious step back, but just like, I wanted to do good work. And that didn't happen on television. I did like 2 reality shows because I love dancing. So I did those, and then the web happened. Vikram approached me for Zindabad, and everything happened very organically. Like when I was doing television, I remember I have been offered films. I have got calls to go for film, auditions and meeting people, and I've just never gone. Like the thing was, like I used to say it on the phone. I was like, thank you, but I'm not interested in doing films. So I don't think if I always thought of doing films, I would have made a shift much earlier in my life.
Okay.
And of course I'm nervous because now that reality has struck, I'm here. It's a Bollywood film. It's not a joke. This is an industry, and now I'm part of it. So I can't be like nonchalant and be like, I don't know, I don't care. Of course, it's my first film. I wanted to do well, and I want to do a lot of good work. And when I look at Bollywood and I look at stuff on the web today, I see such good content, and I want to be part of it.
Yeah.
So I feel like, if doing this film can make me part of good work, then
So be it.
yeah. Fingers crossed.
How was the transition again for you? I mean, from being a casting person to coming in front of the camera.
So I was a casting assistant from 2010 to maybe mid 2011, 1.5 years. After that, I did my acting classes and I did my dance classes, and I started auditioning. And I started with a few ads, and by 2013, I think I got my first film. And I finished that film, and after that I've done short films, music videos, some web series, and now this film. So I have been working in front of the camera for quite a few years now, but this definitely is a big break when it comes to a feature film where it's releasing. And I'm very grateful for that, of course, and that to be starting with Mr. Vikram Bhatt. And in a horror film, a genre that I've loved since I was a kid. So, I'm very happy to be a part of it.
So now you tell me, you said, in one of your interviews you did reveal that let alone working for a feature film that involves ghosts and spooky elements for that matter, you are kind of petrified of ghosts. How was it working for a film that involves ghosts?
I'm petrified of... I believe in them, and that's why I think to some level I fear them. So as a person, I'm just the kind of person you can't leave alone in a dark room, or if there's too much silence in a room and there's nobody there, I will freak out because I pick up on vibes really fast, and I feel like I'm afraid I'll pick up on something that I shouldn't.
Okay.
So I'm very aware, and I don't put myself in any position where I feel like something can happen to me. That being said, when we shot for the film, horror films, most of the work is done in post. So when you're acting, you're really acting because you have no clue what you're seeing in front of you.
Okay.
There is a stick. There is a sticker that you have to look at, and they're
And then emote.
and then freak out looking at it. And I used to keep asking Vikram, I'm like, what is it? Like, how scared should I be? Because I'm literally acting now, and I have no clue what it is. And Vikram was very helpful. He helped a lot with sounds. He would, try and scare me because I get scared really fast. But, it's not that scary shooting for it because there are some 10,000 people on set. and you're looking at a sticker. So you can't possibly be scared. I would be a crazy person to be scared of a sticker.
Shivam, you tell me. I mean, the fact that this is a spooky film, and you just said that you are a fan of horror films, for that matter. Was it interesting for you being a part of it? Was it scary? I mean, did it draw you? Did the script draw you? What was it like for you?
Actually, it was really fun to be, you watch a horror movie and you enjoy it for the cinema. But to be behind the scenes and actually understanding how it's done is a different ball game, and that was a lot of fun. But yeah, what drew me to it was also the script, for sure, because I really like the story. I like what it has to say. I like the twists and turns and the thrills of the film. And her character is a great character in the film. Like, it's a very layered, a very nuanced character. There's a lot happening with her that you'll see through the film. There's a lot happening to my character that you'll see through the film. So it's in itself good cinema. Like, it's something that I would want to watch, and which is why I was very happy to be a part of it.
Film is inspired from a real life case that happened in the UK. And what kind of a brief did Vikram give you, and how much long did it take for you to kind of grasp it? Again, the same question that I asked. And how much long did it take for you to understand the character and then perform it?
So yeah, it is based on an incident that happened in the US in 1981, and it was a man called Mr. Johnson, I think, that killed his landlord. And when he went to court, he said the devil made me do it. That's why the case was called The Devil Made Me Do It. And normally for a murder, you'll probably get life imprisonment or you'll get death penalty. But he got 5 years. So somewhere, I guess, they did believe in him and believe in what he was saying, but at the same time they had to convict someone for murder.
Absolutely.
So he did go in, but for about 5 years. And there were cases in the UK as well after that, I think, which have been documented, where people have come in and said that a supernatural power or force made me do this. So that inspired Sir for writing this film. It's not the story of the film, but it does,
the story,
yeah,
Mr. Johnson.
the fact that it's a spirit versus like a court versus a spirit. That's where the story comes from.
All right. So the last question that I have for the two of you is, how was it working with Vikram? How was the entire atmosphere on the sets? And did the two of you, any of you for that matter, did you experience any supernatural? I mean, which is a very cliched question. Did you Did you experience anything supernatural on the sets? You just go, oh my God, मैं क्या हो गया?
Can we just tell people to watch the other interviews? Because we've given interviews since 2 days.
Same question.
Same question, same story.
I'm not going to ask that question. Forget that question,
Thank
guys.
you very much. Thank you very, very much. Because, by the time people see this interview, they would have seen those. They've come out before.
Absolutely.
And we are saying the same story. And I'm telling interviewers that...
But हुआ क्या था? I mean, anything new to input? Because I didn't hear
No,
that.
there's
So I need to
nothing
hear.
new. But I can tell you this off camera. I don't need to tell you on camera.
Acha.
It's just, I mean, it's like we were shooting the climax sequence of the film, and we were shooting it in like a building that was a ruin.
Okay.
And it didn't have doors, it didn't have windows. It was equally cold inside and outside. But the thing was that inside it was even colder. And it was like this bone-chilling kind of weird cold. I just pick up on vibes. I didn't like the vibe when I went there on the first day. I didn't want to shoot there. I was telling my makeup and hair that I want to get done with this location. And while we were shooting, there was a co-actor there who in real life is a medium. He speaks to spirits.
Oh.
Yeah, but in the film, he was just an actor. And while we all were sitting, he was like, so she's standing there and looking at us.
Was that a prank or was he?
No. So
it wasn't a prank.
We all were like, huh? So he's like, she's standing there, she's looking at us and we are disturbing her. We are in her space. And Vikram was like, he's just like bullshitting me kind of thing. And he's like, her name is Rebecca. And he spelt it like he was like Rebekkah.
KKAH.
Yes, that was the spelling. And so Vikram called the line producer and he's like, find out what this guy is talking about. So actually 100 years back in that building, there was a hostel and there was a matron called Rebecca who lived there. And this is not documented online. So it's not like that guy could have Googled it and told us to scare us. This is what the locals over there know. And I think after it was a hostel, somebody told me it became something else and got burnt down, that place.
Okay, don't tell me a mental asylum.
No. So it's just like something or the other was happening over there. And Rebecca was there. In fact, she's here. Rebecca, would you like to say hi to everyone?
Hi, Rebecca.
Yeah, now she's a part of our cast and crew of Ghost. But yeah, we all were quite freaked out when he said that. and there was just a weird vibe about that place. You know, it was the one place I wouldn't go to the loo alone. I was just like, I didn't want, like, I'm that kind of person. I didn't want to pick up on any kind of vibe. I was just, it was so cold and my bones were hurting in that place. I just wanted to get out of there.
Okay. And my final question to you is, how was the experience working with Vikram?
I think it was a major learning experience because Vikram sir comes with a lot of experience and a lot of films under his belt that he's done so many years. And so there was just a lot of different perspectives that he could bring to us, to our characters, and for us to learn and understand and, you know, emote accordingly. And great experience also because when we were working, he was very clear about what he wanted. And when we would take breaks, maybe have lunch or whatever, then we'd get a lot of anecdotes and different stories from him as well, like from his past films or just his experiences in life. So yeah, I think it was pretty great.
He's a really good teacher, and I'm so glad that my first film, I could learn something from it. You know, like, I'll always take this learning. Whatever this film doesn't do, I've taken a big learning from this film. So,
In most of the films that Vikram has directed, he's done the voiceover for the male character. Has this film too the same twist to it?
I don't think it's a twist anymore. But yeah, he has, because he did feel that his voice would probably be better for the character that I've played as a politician, which is a much more mature character. And I mean, honestly, he's the director. He's the captain of the ship. He has the best idea about what he'd want for his film. And if that's the path he thought was best for the film, I'm with him.
Well, fair enough. With that, we come to the end of this lovely conversation with this wonderful duo. My name is Sandeep with the Sun Times Online, Desi Martini. Thank you so much.